Hey everyone, Kill Lancer here. Welcome back to the Game Fiends. I will be your host for this video and I hope you will enjoy it as well. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. That definitely will help on the YouTube algorithm. But also comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. Now we're going to jump into this video and talk about Nier Reincarnation. I played this game when it first dawned, I want to say like last month or the month before, the beta, and I played at least about 3 days, as much as I could, and the game is enjoyable, but the game is very slow paced in the beginning of the game because you have to walk through the tutorial. The game is very relaxing too. The music score is amazing, like every Nier game that I've played thus far. Matter of fact, let's just not talk about Nier here. Drakengard, all of Drakengard's soundtrack is amazing as well. Probably the same person that's done their musical score. Now, when I first turned on the game, you start off pretty much in I guess like a gel cell type of labyrinth, and from what I've seen, it's like you're almost in like a dream state. Like, this is my observation of it. Now, people might have their own interpretation of what it could possibly mean, but Nier has always been that game where you would have to do extensive research and pay very close attention or replay a lot of parts within the game. And the thing that boggles my mind is, it's like, how did this main character get here? What happened? Why is she reliving these people's dreams and everything? And as you progress in the story, you find those bits of parts out. The reason why you're reliving these people's dreams is to fix the very fabric of time, I'm guessing here. Fixing these stories so history can go back on course, from what my understanding is. And as you progress through the game, you're getting different characters by your side, but these characters are just memories from historical events that happen within the story. Now, these characters are not sentient to the point where they can actually talk to you. From what I've played, these characters join battles and stuff and defeat these enemies. I believe they're called the Shade. Now, I have the game that's not the beta anymore, and I've played a little bit of it, playing from the previous point that I was at, and I progressed just a little bit through it, and the game just keeps getting deeper and deeper as you play along. Now, when it comes down to the microtransactions, they're not too bad, because I guess the creator wanted you to delve yourself into the story to understand what's going on, because at the end of the day, he is a storyteller, and that's what he wants for this particular game. But like I said before, at the same time too, when it comes down to businesses, they want their money too. So it's kind of a confliction that's going on. You can play the game without really spending too much money. When I started playing like some parts of the main story, I feel as though I didn't need to buy, anything like jewels and these other stuff to increase my character's levels, but also to increase their points as well. I was able to steadily just go across the game. Also, you get many different goodies when you log on to the game, daily and weekly, and I believe monthly. You get all these different types of things for free. But anyhow, the more and more you progress to the game, you get all these different types of special type of card. Like I said, it's like a card system. You get these special type of cards that you can put onto your character, and these different weapons that level your character's attack power up, and you can fuse some things as well. Now, when it comes down to cell phone games, I'm not really big on cell phone games, guys. I really don't play cell phone games because cell phone games, to me, they don't really feel like games to me. That's just in my opinion, and it's just nothing to keep your attention too long when it comes down to cell phone games. But this is a perfect one that can keep your attention span long enough in order to progress through the story. Because I know when I was playing, I sat down at night. I was playing this game at night, just going through the story to try to understand what's going on in the game. The gameplay is pretty good. It's pretty cut, clear, and dry. Your characters more so do all the battling itself, like when it does like all the regular automated hits, but you pretty much put in a special ability like inputs in order to do special moves and other things to defeat your enemies. But also you have to be mindful too, certain enemies have different type of attack patterns and stuff that you have to pay attention to. The game's difficulty does increase the more and more you progress through the story, so be mindful of how you level up your characters and how you suit your characters up. That's very important. You don't want your character to be weak and all this other stuff, but you can level your characters up through previous old battles, and the more and more you do that, the more and more the likelihood of your character learning a different ability and opposed of going through the story and leveling up and getting it through that. You can get abilities before you progress farther through the story, so keep that in mind. Level grinding at the end of the day, because this is a RPG at the end of the day, guys, so be mindful of that. Now, another thing I want to talk about with the game has a touchscreen type of pad that you can put, that you have to use on the screen, which you have to use your thumbs. You can go around that by using like a connection piece of a controller to your cell phone. Those things are literally like $15-20. I don't own one as of now, but I'm really thinking of buying one for my tablet because I want to play it on my tablet, which is a bigger screen, better resolution, and I'll have more to see, and also I can be able to navigate a lot better, and I could be able to plug up my headsets into it and pose on my cell phone, which is, you can plug it up, but things get twisted on your arm and get twisted on your neck a lot easier. And pose of a pad, I could sit it down and I could play farther away from it. You also can get a wireless controller for it as well. As for it being the type of game that it is very intriguing, and it does look captivating to the eye, and the story feels kind of depressing when you play through the game, and I guess that's the other selling point of it, because it makes you want to play the game and makes you want to know more about it. Now, do I suggest this game, to other people? This game is an acquired taste, personally, in my opinion. If you're not really a fan of the Nier series, then this game may not capture you like that. But for me, since I'm a fan of the series of Drakengard and Nier, this game really captured me right away, and it has me asking now lots of questions. This game is free to download, guys, so you can download it right away. It's out. It took months for this game to be released to the US. As you already know, Japan usually gets their games first, so they normally test their games out first before they allow us to play it, and then they give us a beta, then we play. However, when it comes down to the new game, Final Fantasy 16 voice capture is done in English first, and most likely is going to be released worldwide to everybody. Everybody will be getting Final Fantasy 16 together, which is the cool thing. And as for games like Nier is climbing up in the ranks when it comes down to being one of Square Enix's gems. Now that Nier Automata has hit up in the charts as one of the top famous games that Square has to offer. But anyway, that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this explanation of Nier Reincarnation, or more so my experience with Nier Reincarnation, and I hope you might give this game a try. Guys, don't forget that thumbs up button. Don't forget to comment on this video. It's very, very important. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For you cell phone game players out there, guys, this is definitely a gem that you want to give it a check out. And also for those guys that like to rip games and play games on their PCs like this would be a nice game for you guys to check out, especially if you're a fan of the Nier series. But I'll check you guys out next time on the next video.